Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In this video I'd like to look at some of the more advanced tools we have in MTPredictor and the MTPredictor RT add-ons for NinjaTrader, which is what we're looking at here, and go through a nice manual trade setup on the 6E. This is the future of the euro against the US dollar. This was actually a trade that one of our customers just sent in to me, so I thought it would be a very good example to go through to show everybody else what the more advanced traders are doing with the MTPredictor software program, and show you some of the tools that we have available. So at first sight here, there doesn't seem much going on this particular 3-minute chart of the 6E. But as normal, let's go up to the 15-minute chart. Here we put our larger degree support or resistance zones on. If I go back for a bit, you can see that we had a decline going down here, and actually out of interest, if I put the Elliott waves on, you can see that this decline was actually a lovely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and was actually stopping right there at the wave 5 low. But that's not what I really want to show you in this video. That's just nice to see. What I want to do is see how this was a low here. If I zoom in a little bit, and this swing here was the last swing into the low. So very simply what we do is we come back to the last pivot, which is this pivot high, right mouse click, place our decision point on. You can see this is in on the chart, but the most important point, it's giving an area of resistance in advance. In other words, this is showing you an area where if the market gets up to this level, it's likely to make a high. And if I scroll forward, you can see that's exactly what the market did. So let's just go back again, and what I'm going to do in NinjaTrader is I'm going to put a rectangle using the normal NinjaTrader drawing tools around that decision point. So when I come down to the 3-minute chart, you can see that decision point is left on the chart for you. So let's just go back a bit and see how this would have unfolded. So here's our 15-minute resistance area on our chart, and remember, it's on our chart in advance. So as the 6E starts to go up to this level, you can see it's there in advance. And at that particular point in time, it went up into that high there very, very nicely. We actually had a high volume VSA spike at that level as well. But at this particular point in time, we know that it was at 15-minute resistance. So is there anything else where we can do? Well, we have the Elliott wave tools in MTPredictor. This uses my unique isolation approach to Elliott wave. Putting these on the chart is really easy indeed. When this pivot high comes in, right mouse click on the pivot high, come down and select Elliott wave intermediate, and you can see that here it found a very nice 5-wave sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with the high right at the typical wave 5 WPT. So this was lovely in that this high was right at our typical wave 5 WPT, and it was also at our 15-minute resistance. So two things were coming together here to tell you that the market was likely to reverse at this level. Our initial target would be our DP from down here, and if we put our risk reward on at that level, you can see it's only a low a low risk reward. However, because of the high volume VSA spike, we're assuming that if the market does indeed reverse at this level, it will be professional sellers stepping into the market. Therefore, it's more than likely that this move will exceed this first target. And what we know is if a market goes down and exceeds the DP from the prior wave 4 low, it normally corrects the entire prior sequence and normally goes back to the DP from the start of the sequence. So you go back to the start of the sequence, which is here. You put your decision point on, which is down here, and this should really be your first target for this trade. So let's put the risk reward on. Down at that level there. Whoops, just a little bit, went a little bit too far there. It's probably just slightly higher than that at 3.2R. So this would actually be your first target here, not this decision point level here. So as the market goes down, you can see it does go straight through that first level, and indeed comes down and hits this this level down here very nicely indeed. I'll just clear that off a bit so you can see exactly what we have here. So again, we put the Elliott waves on. We had a wave 5 high at 15-minute DP resistance. also a high volume VSA spike. The market was anticipated to correct the entire prior 5-wave sequence. We had our decision point target on from the start of the prior sequence. That gave our target. If we now put our risk reward on around that particular setup, you can see that the market did come down to this target, clipped the target beautifully, and is now starting to rally back very, very nicely indeed. And the result was a lovely 3.2R profit. Remember, we use correct position sizing to vary the number of lots, contracts or shares to keep our initial risk small under control. So this is less than 2% of a sample $20,000 account. So the result was a profit of approximately 3.2 times the initial risk. Again, I have to stress that this was an actual trade that was sent in by one of our customers. So it just shows what the MTPredictor customers are doing with the MTPredictor software program. And I thought it was a very good example to show how you can actually use the more advanced tools in the software to be able to uncover great trade setups like this. And this was a great example because not only did it use the resistance at the higher time frame, it also used our Elliott wave pattern, it also used our VSA setup, it also used our target from our prior low here, and obviously position sizing and risk reward. So it's great that MTPredictor customers are finding great trade setups like this, and it's what I was going through in a bit more detail in yesterday's training webinar for MTPredictor customers, showing them that MTPredictor is not just a black box system where you simply just follow the automatic setups and that's it. Once you understand the techniques that we use in the software, it can be a very, very powerful piece of software, and as such can uncover some great trades like this particular one here.